Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today this is going to be the airport update for January of 2021, the brand new year 2021. In the last airport update, which was December of last year 2020, it's crazy to think that that's the last year, just basically a year ago now. You guys submitted custom subscriber routes for this airport update, so like usual, they're going to be in this new airport update for this month. So I don't know if you can tell already, but there's already a couple changes to this just overall setting. First of all, I have a brand new microphone I got for Christmas, so the audio is hopefully going to be a lot better, just the sound quality in general for all of my videos. And secondly, you can see this backdrop, which you've probably already noticed. This blue brand new backdrop is going to add a great addition to the airport. I got it for Christmas. It's pretty much like a photography background, like a backdrop for YouTube videos or really anything, I guess. I love this color blue because it kind of represents the sky, which obviously would be the background of any airport. Before this, there were kind of just like, it was the normal basement walls, and there was kind of brown stuff on the walls from moisture buildup. Didn't really look great at all. So this is definitely going to change that, and I hope you guys will like it in the airport updates. There's also 4 brand new models that are in this airport update that I, of course, got for Christmas. Wow, a lot of stuff I got for Christmas in this airport update. So those are obviously going to be incorporated in the airport. So I'll go through and say which ones are new. You'll have to watch the video to find out. So anyways, I think I went through everything that's new. Anyways, let's just start the airport update. Wait a second. I didn't even mention all the snow. I don't know if you noticed, but I added snow on the airport. I actually mentioned that in my last video, which was about unboxing the 4 new models that I got. But yeah, I mean, I can't believe I wouldn't mention that. So anyways, now we can get back to the airport update. Okay, so first up here on the runway is an American 757-200 pulling onto the runway and is cleared for takeoff to Vail, which is Eagle County Regional Airport. Then behind that, in all the snow there, is an American 777-200 ER in the One World livery is next for departure to Mumbai International Airport, and this is requested by Vicky's Aviation on Instagram. Then next is a Delta 767-300 ER, is crossing runway 21 right and is departing out to Salt Lake City, Utah. The reason I had this on a wide body is because I figured, well, a lot of people are probably going out skiing in Utah. Then right next to that actually is an American A319 holding short of the same runway and will head out to Somerset County International Airport or Hightail Aviation's airport. Then here is an American 777-300 ER taxiing out for Dhaka Hazrat Shahjal International Airport, which is Sid on YouTube, and this is his entire name here, his YouTube name. Then a United 737-900 ER Eco Skies is also taxiing out to the runway, and this is heading out to Denver, Colorado. Then an American Airbus A330-300 is taxiing past the international terminal where it came from, and this is heading out for Paris Charles de Gaulle International Airport. Then over there is a Delta MD-90 heading out towards the runway and is departing for Minneapolis. Then a Southwest Airlines 737-700 in the New Mexico 1 livery just arrived from Montrose Glendale International Airport, and this is a fictional airport and it was just a requested route. And this is taxiing to the gate. So here is our first real look of the new blue backdrop for this airport. I think it looks great. So if you take away this background here, you can see there's just the bare basement wall. Doesn't look great at all, so this blue background is way better. But anyways, this Airbus A350, which is Air France of course, was just crossing the runway and it was just diverted on a route from Amsterdam to Denver. And this is a requested route. It was kind of just on the form, it just said Amsterdam to Denver, so I figured I'd add this as a diversion. Now to Terminal A, which is for domestic U.S. airlines. First is a United 757-300 boarding the flight crew for the flight to San Francisco. And this is kind of a weird shot here because you have the shadows and it's kind of just an awkward angle, but anyways. Next is a United ERJ-175 about to load bags with the car pulling up, as you can see. And this is heading out to Newark Liberty International Airport, and this is requested by Hightail Aviation, who also had another route in this airport update. Then another great view of the backdrop here is a Air Canada CRJ-900. It's pulling into the gate from Vancouver, and this is requested by Aviation Productions 26. Next is a JetBlue ERJ-190 is boarding all passengers for New York JFK, and this is a requested route. Then right here is a JetBlue Airbus A320 taxiing past the domestic terminal behind it, and this is departing for Eastern Liberty International Airport, which is Aviation 24's airport. Then an Alaska 737-900 is waiting for the JetBlue to pass, which is behind it, so it can push back for Seattle, Washington. Now onto the Delta lineup. As you can see in the background, there's a couple Deltas back there. My Delta lineup continues to expand. Actually, one of the new models is a Delta, so that's great. But first here is a Delta Airbus A319 boarding all passengers for Atlanta. Then the next Delta is an ERJ-170 getting catered for the flight to Boulder International Airport, which is Tommy DePilot's airport, and I like the "duh" in his name. So right here is the first new model that I got for Christmas, the Delta Airbus A220-300, the first time an A220 is at this airport. So this is the inaugural A220 flight of Delta, which is getting all bags unloaded from the first flight to Pittsburgh from Raleigh-Durham, which is Citrus Aviation's airport. So congratulations, Citrus Aviation, you got the inaugural A220 flight. So now to the American Airlines terminal. First is an American Airbus A321 is waiting to push back, and you can't see the pushback vehicle. It's actually right in front of the aircraft, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if there's a specific name for it, but it's right there in front of the aircraft, so you just have to trust me. But anyways, this aircraft is heading out to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And there's the vehicle, whatever, right in front of there. Then the next American isn't, well, I'm actually going to stop saying American because you know which airline it is. I mean, they have a fictional hub here. But this A320 is getting bags loaded for New York JFK, and this is also a requested route. Not sure by who, there was not a name. Then next is an Airbus A321 in the US Airways livery, just pulled into the gate from Las Vegas, and obviously the jet bridge is not attached, that's why it's just pulling in. Then next is a 737-800 in the One World, is boarding all passengers for California International Airport, which is Aviation 2020's airport. Interesting year to have in your YouTube name. Then at the end of this side of the American terminal is an A321neo with the bags pulling up to the gate and will be loaded soon for Los Angeles. Well, I guess there's still this side of the terminal, but anyways, this is a CRJ-200 at the commuter terminal and is preparing for the next flight to Buffalo, New York. Now to the other side of the terminal. First here is an A319 with sharklets with the fuel truck pulling up to fuel the aircraft for the next flight to Orlando, Florida. And then behind that is an ERJ-170 is deboarding all passengers from Harrisburg International Airport, which is Aviation 777's airport. So now here is the second new aircraft that I got for Christmas. This is the A319 in the Allegheny livery, and it's getting all bags loaded for San Juan, which is Dominic KLM Aviation's airport. So congratulations, you got the new inaugural flight of this new aircraft. And this is actually particularly special to Pittsburgh because Allegheny Airlines actually started in Pittsburgh and then eventually formed into US Airways and then was bought up by American Airlines, of course, or merged, I guess I should say. But this is the perfect livery for this airport. Then at the end of the terminal here is an A330-200 pulling into the gate from Cancun, Mexico. Now to the international terminal. First up is an Emirates Airbus A380 is also pulling up to the gate from Dubai with the service vehicles waiting on the side of the gate. I don't know if you can see them, but they're just right there, just waiting for the A380 to pull in. And I know that this is pretty unrealistic now, especially for an A380 to be flying to North America, but it's the only Emirates I have, so I figured I'd still keep Emirates in here. Maybe one day I'll get a 777 and that'll be more realistic. So next up is the third new model that I got for Christmas. This is the British Airways 787-10, which is loading cargo for the return flight back to London Heathrow. This is the perfect model to get because the British Airways 747 is what I was using in the airport updates, but obviously that's been retired, so I can't really use that. I mean, obviously I was going to continue to, but this is perfect because it's more of a realistic aircraft. And actually, the real Pittsburgh International Airport flies a 787-8 to London Heathrow, so this worked out perfectly. And you can't see the cargo being loaded, but here it is on the other side of the aircraft. Then next to that is an American 767-300 ER filling up for the next flight to Amsterdam. Then on the other side of the international terminal is an American 787-9, which is being catered and about to load cargo for the requested route of Tokyo Haneda. Then here's a Qatar Airbus A350-900 going through the snow, as you can see, but this just arrived and is taxiing to its gate from NIAL International Airport, which is Vicky's Aviation's airport, who also had another route. Then lastly at the international terminal is a Virgin Atlantic Airbus A340-600 is getting catered for London Heathrow, and this is requested by aviation_neo on Instagram. Then our last new model is a Southwest 737-800 here in the Canyon Blue livery. I finally got this aircraft. I've been waiting for a long time to expand on my Southwest lineup because I did have a 737-MAX 8, and obviously back in 2019 that had to be grounded, but hey, maybe I'll be able to put it back in the airport updates soon as they're continuing to roll back into service. But anyways, this is being pushed back for Phoenix, Arizona. Then next to that is the other Southwest, a 737-700, sporting all passengers for Southwest Florida International Airport, and this is requested by Plane Spotting and more. Then the last model of the airport update is a Frontier Airbus A321 about to be refueled for the flight to Las Americas International Airport, which I believe is in the Dominican Republic, and this is requested by Eduardo. So that wraps up this airport update. That was just the last model. So if you guys are wondering where I got all this snow from, all this snow right here, I actually picked it up at I actually picked up where I work. First of all, I don't really know how to find the place, but it's more like a Christmas store. So it's used for like under the tree sets, or just not necessarily under the tree, but if you have little houses with lights and you want to put fake snow around them. Here, I'll show you the wrapper. This is it right here. It costs like $6. It's called Buffalo Snow, as you can see. And I mean, it's pretty simple. You just take it out and just set it wherever. A lot of times when I would place it down, it was really thick, like for the 1:400 ratio that these Gemini jets are. But you kind of just got to compact it down, and then it looks pretty realistic. So it's better than using, like, because I used to use this really sparkly snow back in my really, really old airport in 2014, and it just got everywhere, and you had to vacuum it, and it was like sparkles were there forever. So this is nice because you can take it right off, and I'll put it back in the bag in a couple months. I should have had this on for Christmas, but that's okay. It's January now. But of course, if you have any questions regarding anything, whether it's the snow or the backdrops back there, or even where I get these models from, feel free to comment down below, and I'll get back to you, and I'll let you know. I have a new video idea coming soon regarding these two aircraft models. As you can see, they are both broken. Well, not completely broken. They're obviously fixable. But that's going to be a new video talking about my broken Gemini Jets models. So stay tuned for that, of course. But anyways, guys, well, as you can see, I'm wearing something completely different. This is later in the day. But anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this airport update. Stay tuned for future content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.